I've written on.
Good man.
It's called The Sea and I. Sea and I. And I was very happy when I got it finished. I thought it was good. I'm not so sure now. I think it's very disjointed. The verses are very disjointed, and I'm not so keen in the air either. And I haven't learned to sing it properly. That's frankly saying. It takes dozens and dozens of times to learn to sing. I hope you got to go to sing this. Now, this is a kind of world premiere. Now I cheated a little bit. I sang most of it last night for a trial run in Swatter, but I left out some verses just so that this would be the first time that we've ever run in full. And if you don't like it, well, you can put some of the blame on Jimmy McBride, because and afterwards I want to present Jimmy with the original version, handwritten out, first time it's ever written out properly. So I have it with me in case I get stuck in the words. Right. 18 Irish counties touch the sea, and them 18 are touched by 13 more. The dry one left is one that touches me. It's the one I'm proud to call my native shore. Yet I can speak with some authority on matters watery and piscatorial. In a Moses basket park beside the sea, I acquired a second nature, aquatorial. We drove down to me granny's every August, and me ma could sniff the salt at 30 miles. The sea near granny's house was friggin' ginormous, and it promised great adventures to a child. So I swam to Spain and back, and I never drowned it. And I brought a gang of pirates back alive. A mermaid wrapped her fishy bit around me. And I never cried because I was nearly 5. On our way to Granny's once we had a picnic beside a wall somewhere in Tipperary. Our banana skins were still there, black and magic, when we returned weeks later from seafaring. Now I had to mention the event somewhere, even though it says frig all about the sea, for them black banana skins made me aware of time and space and the universe. I remember an excursion to Tramore, when my brother and myself got 6pence each. The shops stocked cowboy suits and guns galore, financially beyond our modest reach. So we bought a black and silver rubber dagger and a 2-piece cardboard model aeroplane, and our parents called us wasteful little shaggers. For throwing their hard-earned money down the drain. We moved to Galway, and I fished for mackerel. But supply outstripped demand, so I soon quit. And because I loved the sea, I found it natural to exploit the periwinkles for a bit. Every morning, a half-stone of them I'd pick. Then I'd head for Merchant's Road in mild euphoria. In Gibbons's I get me 1 and 6 for the flicks and a few fags in the Astoria. At 15 years, I feared all female kind. But a tom-tom thumped a tango in me glands. So one day, I skipped me dinner and a grind, just to watch a goddess stretched out on the strand. Well, I watched her while the sun shone, making hay. I watched her bake her belly and her back. I watched the sun go down on Galway Bay. Oh, I watched her body and my soul turn black. travelled through this land from Y to Z. And me wandering has brought me wisdom and a stoop. I've learned from some of Ireland's finest heads. The likes of Malin, Mizzen, Helvig, Hof and Lube. And I've sailed to many a fair and far-famed island. The Blaskets, Buffin, Arran, Ireland's Eye. Now I'm told 'tis just as beautiful in Thailand. Why wouldn't it? Isn't it under the same sky? Now I've settled down a stone's throw from the sea. Oh yes, I know it's only Lochatalia. But even though its waves are weak and wee, it's one water all the way to South Australia. And when the wind gets up and misbehaves, I look out from the comfort of my home. What is the waves, I ask? What is the waves? What is the foam? Ah, yes, what is the foam? When I moved in, I was a turned-down man. And I tramped the shoreline daily, seeking hope. I watched the water infiltrate the land. And in my mind, all kinds of stuff came up. So I told me shrink, the sea and my unconscious were working hand in glove, and wasn't that fabulous? When he looked at me a while, he pulled no punches. He said, tell me now you've taken all your tablets. The house is cluttered up with shapely stones, lugged home from every beach around the coast. They're odour-free, they lie where they're thrown. They don't talk back or ask for tea and toast. And I've a dirty oar, a gift from sea and storm. It pines for surf and tide, but not for Purcell. It symbolises my persistent form, rowing and going round in circles. I was born and reared beside a cemetery, and I've had graveyards for neighbours ever since. But why should I buy a plot that's cold and scary when an oven only costs a few more pence? So when it's time to torch and scorch and scrap me, just lay me down on lovely Lochatalia. The wind will kiss my ash. The waves will lap me and wash me all the way to sweet Mongolia. Yes, they'll wash me all the way to sweet Mongolia.